Hi everyone, my name's Emily and today I'm going to be telling you guys all the books that I read in February and all the books I plan on reading in March. I'm just going to get straight into it. I don't have a lot of time to film today, so we're gonna chop it up. Okay, I read a total of 10 books this month. That's crazy. It didn't feel like 10, but I read 10. The first one is a manga and it's Nana Volume 2 by Yazawa. I still don't know how to pronounce their name. I have to look it up. I'm slowly making my way through this manga series. It's getting republished, so only like the first 6 are out. So I'm waiting for the rest of them so I can just buy all of them. And I'm really liking it so far. I told myself I was gonna binge like all of them, but it never happened. So I'm just gonna slowly make my way through them, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This one was good. I rated it 4 stars. You can see a lot more character growth in this one. I don't really know how to talk about it without spoiling, but it's about 2 girls. They're both named Nana. They both moved to Tokyo for separate reasons, and then they meet on a train to Tokyo, and it's just their story of them becoming friends. They end up becoming roommates in this one. The next 2 books I read, I actually did a reading vlog for, and they're Legendary and Finale by Stephanie Garber. These are the 2nd and 3rd books in the Caraval trilogy. I read the first one last month in January for my book club's book of the month, and then I figured I'd just finish the trilogy. This one I rated 3.75 stars, and this one I rated 4.25 stars. I liked Caraval the best in this trilogy, which is an unpopular opinion, I think, because I said all of this in my reading vlog, but I think it's just because these ones were more fantastical and Caraval was more like a mystery trying to figure out what's going on, and I think I liked that trying to figure out what's going on aspect better than the fantastical aspect. But regardless, I still love the whole trilogy. If you guys want to hear more of my thoughts on these, please check out my Caraval reading vlog. It is a spoiler vlog, but what I just said basically just summed up everything that I said in the vlog. So if you've read this trilogy before, I highly recommend you watch my reading vlog. I'll put it in the cards or something. Then I read my book club's book of the month for February, and that was The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. This was a closed-door romance with a football player and a ballerina. It's a childhood friends to lovers. It was a little cringy at times, but if you overlook a little bit of the cringe, it was really good. I love the guy in this book. Perfection. I rated this one 4 stars. My book club actually used Fable when we read this. If you're interested in joining my book club for March, we're gonna be reading Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. You should join. I'm really excited for that one. It's been high up on my TBR, so you should join. Link in the description. The next books I read are the first 4 books in the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. These are the only ones that are out so far. I think there's gonna be 6. I talk about how I felt about these books in that 24-hour readathon vlog, which should be the video before this one. So if you want to see my detailed thoughts about these, please check out that video. But in summary, Hooked was 4.5 stars. Scarred was 4 stars. Yo, I'm watching that part back and what just happened? I don't think I've ever stuttered that bad in my entire life. And Wretched was 4.25 stars and Twisted was 2.5 stars. If you want to know why, go watch my 24-hour readathon. The next book I read was Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. It has been on my TBR for so long. I think I pre-ordered this book, or I ordered it right around the time it came out, and I just never read it. And I'm so glad that I did. I loved this one. Oh my gosh, Lauren Asher is definitely becoming one of my favorite romance authors. I love her so much. Declan and Iris are just mwah. Love them. I love the character growth in this book for both of them. I love how Iris is like a plant mom. I love how Iris is a plant mom. I love it. Oh my gosh, is this a greenhouse on the cover? I'm just realizing. It's a greenhouse. I just noticed. I love that. Everything that Declan does for Iris, he like bends over backwards for her just to make her happy, and he doesn't realize it's because he loves her, but then when he does, it's like, ah, I love it. Like, one of my favorite parts was when he made everyone change fonts because he found out that Iris was dyslexic, so he made everyone change fonts to like Arial so it's easier for her to read.
Can you tell that my love language is acts of service?
This one I rated 4.5 stars. I think I like the fine print better just because I like the Dreamland setting. This one kind of goes away from Dreamland a little bit. I kind of missed the Dreamland setting. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one, 4.5 stars. And the last book that I completely finished was The No Show by Beth O'Leary. This one I rated 3.5 stars. I thought the first like 75% of it was super boring and I didn't really know what was going on, and I hated the guy the whole time. After I started piecing together what was going on, it was so good. So like the first 75% of it was like 2 stars and then the last part of it was 5, so I just averaged it out to be 3.5. I love Jane so much, and I love Miranda and Siobhan. I love this book, but yeah, 3.5 stars would sum up my feelings. And the last book I read, I haven't completely finished, but it's The Final Offer by Lauren Asher. I wanted to finish this book just to get the whole trilogy out of the way, and I've heard so many good things about the last book in this trilogy. And yes, I did get the independently published version, so they match. Oh, they have the number. Oh my gosh, I love it. I had to buy this from like Amazon Spain, so I spent a little too much on this, but it's fine. The covers had to match. If you know, you know. This one follows Cal and Alana, and I'm loving it so far. I'm about like a third of the way through now. This book makes me sad. It's small town, second chance, and it deals with addiction, and it's breaking my heart. And there's a child in here. It's like a single parent trope. I'm a sucker for those kinds of books, so I'll let you know my thoughts in next month's wrap up. So that was the wrap up portion of this video. Now let's get into the TBR. So first, obviously, The Final Offer. I think that goes without saying. Is that how they say it? I think it goes without saying that I'm going to be finishing The Final Offer. And like I said earlier, my book club's March pick of the month is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I'm really excited to read this one. It's another hockey romance, but with a figure skater as well. It's giving me Ice Princess vibes. Then I also want to continue on with the Nana manga series. I want to read at least one of them. I don't have to read all of them, but at least one of them. And I also want to continue with the Zodiac Academy series because I stopped at book 3 to finish Caraval. So I'm definitely going to try to read book 4 in the series, and then the Origins of an Academy Bully novella. Y'all, tell me why this book is so tall and the font is this big. Like, tell me why there's such a big difference in the font, guys. I'm so excited to continue with this series. It's definitely such a guilty pleasure of mine. I can't explain why I like it because it's just Wattpad, but I can't stop reading them. Like, I can't put them down. I'm really excited to continue on with this series this month. I know I said last month that I was going to continue on, but then I just got sidetracked by so many other things, so I wasn't able to finish these. So these are on this month's TBR again. Another book that was on my TBR last month is Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. I think I've been putting it off just because it's such a big book, but I just need to finish it, so I finished this series already. It's been too long since I've gotten this, but I can't wait to read about Stella and Christian because everyone says that they're their favorite, so. Then I have 4 books that I'm planning on reading for a specific reading vlog. There's like a theme to it. I'm gonna try to do a 24-hour readathon with these. It'd be great if I could finish all of them, but we'll see. The first book is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin, Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings, Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, and By a Thread by Lucy Score. If you can guess what the theme is for this 24-hour readathon that I will be doing this month, let me know in the comments. I will read all of them in the readathon. Manifesting that. Then, this is kind of a stretch. I don't know if I'll get to these. I don't know if I'm gonna look ridiculous for saying that I'm gonna read all of these, but the Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. Why is this one shiny and the rest of them are like matte? That's odd. So this consists of Throttled, Collided, Wrecked, and Redeemed. And if you haven't heard of these books, they are F1 racing romances. So I'm really excited. I feel like I've said that I'm excited about all of these books. Well, obviously I'm excited about all of them. I don't know why I have to keep saying that, but I am. These are also written by Lauren Asher, who wrote the Dreamland Billionaire series, The Fine Print, Terms and Conditions, and The Final Offer, and I just really love her stuff, so I want to read more of her books. And then I want to read The Stone Maidens by Lloyd Devereaux Richards. I heard about this book from TikTok. It was this girl, she was promoting her dad's book that he wrote like 14 years ago. Now he's like an Amazon #1 bestseller because of the TikTok, and it was just such a wholesome video. You will definitely be seeing this in a future reading vlog, but all I know is that it's like a mystery thriller, horror or something. Yeah. And the last book I want to read this month is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. All I know about this one is that it's a fantasy. Ooh, she's floppy. It's a fantasy romance, and Lauren Roberts is a popular book talker, and she published a book, and I haven't heard a single bad thing about it yet. So props to you, Lauren Roberts, because usually whenever like a popular book talker or booktuber publishes a book, it's usually mid, no offense, but Lauren Roberts has been getting some hype on the book talk, so I thought I'd bring her over to booktube because I haven't really heard a lot of people on booktube talk about this book. Let's promo this indie author who wrote this book when she was 18 and is now publishing it. I think she's like 22. I think she's my age. I can't wait to read this one. And yeah, those are all the books that I plan on reading. This is kind of a lot. I don't know if I'll be able to get to these. It's already March 4th and I haven't finished any books either. These are all the books I'm trying to read this month. Like, I think that's too ambitious, but you know, we're just gonna have like 5 24-hour readathons. I think that's what we're gonna do. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!